It is a truly wonderful sight to watch people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, or even 90s maintaining their strength, moving confidently through the world, climbing stairs without hesitation, and embracing life, living it fully according to their own rules and preferences. Maintaining leg strength and mobility as we age is not only a laudable achievement, it is also a crucial indicator of our independence and overall quality of life. However, the harsh reality is that this outcome is almost never a matter of luck or favorable genetics. Individuals who maintain their strength and vitality into old age typically do so through a clear sense of purpose and consistent discipline. They maintain a healthy, active lifestyle, engage in regular physical activity, and most importantly, prioritize getting the essential nutrients their bodies desperately need to function at their best. But here is the fundamental problem. In today's landscape, the quality of our food chain has become significantly poorer than it was a few decades ago. Due to depleted soil and modern intensive farming methods, many vital nutrients are no longer available in food in the quantities our bodies need to thrive. But before we continue, please like the video, share it with those who can benefit from it, and let us know in the comments where you follow our channel from. Your interaction helps us reach more people with this vital information. More and more people, especially the elderly, are wisely choosing to take supplements to fill these gaps and take care of their health. Although the use of supplements in itself does not pose any intrinsic problems, the real and worrying issue arises when these same products, designed to help, begin to cause harm. These supplements can subtly compromise the strength, balance, and mobility of your legs, often without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll reveal 5 popular vitamins and supplements that, if used improperly, can literally sabotage your leg strength. And don't worry, I'll walk you through it step by step, because as you'll see, the last item on this list may represent the most significant and unexpected risk of all. Let's start with a nutrient that everyone is familiar with, the so-called sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. This vitamin plays an absolutely essential role in supporting healthy bones and muscles, and ensuring overall mobility, especially as we inexorably age. This precious nutrient, in fact, facilitates calcium absorption, improves immune function, and is crucial for optimal muscle performance. The question arises spontaneously: how is it possible that something so fundamental to our health can, in certain circumstances, reduce the strength of your legs? The answer lies in a crucial detail that most people ignore. Vitamin D only works optimally when it is in perfect synergy with 2 other essential nutrients, vitamin K2 and magnesium. Without these 2 cofactors, the body may have enormous difficulty regulating and effectively directing calcium. This leads to inappropriate and dangerous accumulation of calcium in areas where it shouldn't be, such as arteries, joints, and muscle tissue. And this is where the most serious complications arise. Scientific research indicates that too much vitamin D, in the absence of adequate K2 and magnesium intake, can cause muscle cramps, general weakness, and joint stiffness. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin D and K2 imbalances can dramatically increase the risk of arterial calcification. This process hardens blood vessels, which negatively impacts blood flow and muscle function in the lower extremities. It is important to note that prolonged intake of high doses of vitamin D, greater than 4,000 international units per day, without proper balancing, can cause real toxicity. This condition alters the body's mineral balance and causes symptoms such as chronic weakness and fatigue. So what is the most effective and safe way to supplement vitamin D? For optimal health, it is advisable to maintain a balanced ratio of vitamin D3 to K2. The ideal ratio is 1,000 international units of D3 for every 10 micrograms of K2. If you take a supplement with 5,000 units of D3, you should combine it with 50 micrograms of K2. Also, never forget about magnesium, which plays a key role in activating vitamin D in the body and preventing calcium overload. And speaking of calcium, that brings us right to the second point on our list. Although it is not a vitamin, it is essential to consider its role, especially since calcium supplements are often promoted to seniors as an essential bone-building element. Older adults are often advised to supplement their routine with calcium tablets to improve bone strength and reduce the risk of fractures. What may surprise you, however, is the harsh reality of the situation. These supplements can compromise leg strength and paradoxically increase the risk of falls. In fact, calcium does not migrate spontaneously to the bones as if by magic. It requires the indispensable presence of vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium to be directed to the appropriate sites. In the absence of these conductors, calcium can begin to accumulate in soft tissues such as arteries and muscles. This buildup can cause stiffness, reduced circulation, painful cramps, and potentially chronic leg pain, progressively weakening the legs. A 2010 study published in the British Medical Journal found that calcium supplementation alone was associated with a significantly increased risk of heart attack. The key takeaway is this: it is essential to get calcium primarily through natural food sources, rather than supplements. The reason is simple. Calcium absorption from food is gradual and physiological, and is naturally accompanied by other essential nutrients that enhance its effectiveness. Let's move on to a vitamin that many associate almost exclusively with vision and skin health, but which hides an unexpected danger to our strength: vitamin A. Excessive consumption can represent a hidden and insidious risk, and unfortunately, a significant number of older people inadvertently receive much more than they need. How is this possible? It's simpler than you might think. Many seniors use several supplements at once: a multivitamin, a bone formula, and perhaps an immune booster. It's important to note that many of these products contain overlapping doses of vitamin A. The real concern about vitamin A is that it is fat-soluble. Unlike water-soluble vitamins like C, which the body easily excretes in excess, vitamin A is retained and stored in the body, accumulating in the liver and fatty tissue to potentially toxic levels. What does this mean for your legs? Research suggests that too much vitamin A can lead to poor muscle and bone health, chronic fatigue, joint problems, and an increased risk of fractures. This translates into decreased leg strength and an increased risk of falling. Similar to vitamin A, another powerful antioxidant, if misused, can build up and cause serious problems. We are talking about vitamin E. Misuse or excessive intake of this vitamin can lead to a gradual and inexplicable decline in leg strength and overall vitality. The most significant warning sign to watch out for is the synthetic form of this vitamin, commonly known on labels as DL-alpha tocopherol. This man-made variant is often found in cheaper supplements, but the body metabolizes it differently than the natural form and can cause muscle weakness. Even natural forms of vitamin E, if taken in excess, can pose risks. As a fat-soluble vitamin, it builds up in the body over time and can impair the function of vitamin K, leading to excessive thinning of the blood and adversely affecting muscle and nerve health. We've come to the last point, and as promised, this may be the biggest and most insidious risk of all, precisely because it comes from a vitamin that everyone considers harmless: vitamin B6. The problem is not the vitamin itself, but the insane amounts that people take, especially through supplements. For adults over the age of 50, the recommended daily allowance of vitamin B6 is about 1.7 milligrams per day. However, there are supplements on the market that contain 50, 100, or even 500 milligrams per single capsule, thousands of times the actual need. Vitamin B6 is water-soluble, which leads many to believe that it can be taken in large quantities without problems. However, at such high levels, it can accumulate and cause serious nerve toxicity, sometimes with irreversible damage. What kind of damage are we talking about? The experience often begins with tingling, numbness, an uncomfortable burning sensation, and a pins and needles sensation in the feet and legs. If the problem is not addressed, it can progress to muscle weakness and difficulty walking. Once you have identified the vitamins that may be reducing your leg strength, it is equally important to provide you with effective and natural strategies to maintain and even improve it. After all, it is not just a question of what to avoid, but more importantly, the positive actions you take. First, maintain your momentum. The saying, "use it or lose it," is undeniably true when it comes to muscle. Engaging in light daily activities such as walking or climbing stairs is essential to maintaining muscle tone. Next, critically evaluate your diet. Diets high in sugar and refined grains lead to increased insulin levels, which can lead to chronic inflammation and muscle breakdown over time. Minimize your intake of bread, pasta, sweets, and ultra-processed foods. Don't forget about sunlight, an essential but often overlooked element, and the crucial importance of magnesium, a mineral essential for muscle and nerve function. Finally, make sure you stay properly hydrated and make sleep a top priority. These fundamental principles are often overlooked, yet they are the true cornerstone of maintaining strength and mobility as you age. Your legs are essential to your freedom and well-being. It is essential to take care of them with the utmost attention and awareness.